Good morning. My name is Dele Ayemibo, and you're welcome to another edition of Import Export Platform Facebook Live from 3T Impes Trade Academy. Our 3T Impes, our objective is to grow trade in Nigeria, contribute significantly to the growth of African GDP, adding value to traders both on the import and export side through training, that's trade education, trade support services, and trade execution. We've started discussing since the beginning of May, starting and managing export business. It's been over a month and we're still talking about starting and managing export business. And we are doing part 68 this morning. And we're doing part 68 this morning. Like I said, I don't know when this will end. I don't know if we'll get to part 100. But, this will be one of the most comprehensive training programs that you probably come across online discussing different issues around international trade, especially on the exports. And our plan is to make it information readily available to people so that if you are looking for, if you are trying to find solution to your business problems, you now have a place to go online where you have concentrated teachings and training of different area of international, of export trade rather, and giving it all for free just for you to utilize your data. But like I said, the vision behind this effort, coming up every day, twice, 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes in the evening, is to be able to help individuals learn. Of course, it will take a lot of effort for those that will be able to do the learning, because that means you must be seriously interested, because you are now going to have to spend about 2 days. So far, you will need 2 days to finish what we have online. 2 days. That means you are not sleeping at all. You wake up in the morning and you are listening to the export training program from morning till evening. Till next morning, till evening, till next morning. And like I said, if I get to 100, that means you have a lot of hours of training with respect to this online. And like I said, the idea behind this is to make enough information available to individuals who are looking to go into this space but are having challenges being able to do what they need to do in terms of knowledge required to be able to achieve their objective. And I'm hoping that at the end of the day, this is going to help many people fulfill their dream of being exporters in Nigeria. Only that they need to put in their own personal effort in taking time to learn. Remember, we are dealing with international trade. International trade is knowledge intensive. There are so many things to learn. And it's a very dynamic environment because different countries keep coming up with different things that they want you to do if you are going to come and do business in their country. Different things they want you to do if you are going to come and do business in their country. Why? Especially if you are dealing with food items, they want to ensure their citizens are protected. They want to ensure that citizens are protected, so you are not going to bring stuff to them that eventually is going to constitute poison for their citizens. And that's to tell you how people, how countries of the world value their citizens and protect their citizens against things that can cause a major loss for them. Major loss or major, how do I describe it now? Disaster. Food poisoning. Just to ensure that the quality of what anybody selling goods to their people sell is good. Even if the buyer is willing to buy, the country can say, no, you can't bring this into this country. Even though you are willing to pay for it, we are saying you can't bring it to our country. So this week we started talking about full corporate offer, and that's under promotion, subsection, export marketing channel. And with the full corporate offer, we listed about 14 things that should be on a full corporate offer. And the full corporate offer is the attachment that must be in the first mail you are sending to an intending buyer. If you are sending mail to an intending buyer and you are dealing with it for the first time, especially if it's an unsolicited email because you get their contact from the other section we had when we were discussing different trade portals online. These are the information you need to put there. Seller's name and seller's address, we've discussed that already. And we have spoken about the reason why that is necessary. Product description and product specification, we have discussed that also. And we have spoken about the reason why that is necessary. Minimum order and maximum order, we've discussed that also. And we have spoken about why that is necessary. Duration for shipment, payment method and payment time, we've discussed that also. And we have spoken about the reason why that is necessary. This morning we are going to be talking about duration for shipment. We are going to be talking about unit price and most likely also talk about Incoterms. Number one is the duration for shipment. Duration for shipment. A lot of factors come into you being able to determine how soon shipment will be made. From the time that you sign the contract till when you'll be ready for shipment is what we are looking at here. And this is a very important one for the buyer, because the buyer needs to be aware, need to be sure that you will be able to do the shipment as at when due. If the buyer needs the goods in August and you are signing the contract in April and you are saying shipment will be 3 months from May, or 3 months, if you sign the contract at the end of April, and you say 3 months from the end of April, that's end of May, end of June, end of July, that's when you will ship. But the buyer needs the good in August. You have said you are going to ship on or before the end of July. He needs the good in August. So the question is, if you are shipping end of July, latest, because he won't assume you are going to ship in May or June. He will assume July, the worst case scenario. If he needs the good in August, and the shipment will take about a month for delivery. If he's going to clear that goods, he will need about 2 weeks if it's a very efficient port. If it's about Nigeria, probably need about a month. That means he will not have access to these goods until sometimes in September. He will not accept. So you can see how vital and important duration of shipment is. How vital and important duration of shipment is. Duration of shipment, let the buyer have an idea of when he will get these goods. And indeed, he needs to have an idea of when he get the good, because remember, he is also going to either use the good to manufacture and resell, or he's going to sell it directly if he's a trader. So if he's going to agree to your terms, I can assure you it's going to be a disaster for him. He won't be able to do what he wants to do. He won't be able to do what he wants to do, because at the end of the day, what you are saying is that he's going to get the goods very late. He is looking at getting it latest in August. You are shipping late end of September, end of July. He will not get it until September. What this is telling you is this. The reason why you must put duration for shipment is to let the buyer know, if I signed the agreement with this guy this month and he told me he will ship within 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, if you say you're going to ship within 3 months after receiving contract or 1 month after the signing of contract, the guy can then begin to extrapolate. If I sign in April, this guy said we deliver 3 months maximum. I'm going to work with the maximum he has given me. Why? Because with the maximum, I can't get it wrong. With the maximum, I can't get it wrong. With the maximum, I'm sure this is the period within which he said he will deliver. And on the strength of that, I'm going to sign the contract. That means, if he's not able to deliver within that period, I will cancel the contract and then look for someone else. I will have been grossly and thoroughly disappointed. But at least, I will know that it's on serious and look for the serious side. One thing Africans need to realize is that buyers you are dealing with, the buyers you are dealing with are very, very keen on when shipment will be made. The buyers you are dealing with have production schedule. The buyers you are dealing with have a plan of action of how they want their year, their program and everything to go. The fact that we have not taken planning seriously as a nation does not mean that other people around the world don't plan. Other people around the world plan. If we don't plan, because they plan, disappointment for them is extremely dangerous. Disappointment for them is extremely dangerous. It could scatter their plan altogether. It could make them look irresponsible before their own buyer. And you know, in that environment, they won't take the excuse we take here. You might be able to give that excuse. They might not be able to give that excuse to their own buyer. Because of the efficiency of the environment. You know, I was discussing with someone some time ago. He said, if you are working in the UK and you come late and you told your boss the train arrived late, they can accept it. Because in UK, sometimes train can arrive late than planned. But he said in Japan, the train will never arrive late. They are so efficient. The train will never arrive late. Now, I'm saying that to let you know that in some environment, they are used to efficiency. They are used to on-time delivery. Such that when you give excuse, you look like you are off. You are off. You are off completely. You are not in this planet when you give excuses. You are you are from another world when you give excuses. Excuses are not acceptable, palatable in whatever form. But you know, in Nigeria, excuse is a big one. People give excuse for everything. Understandably so, because the environment we find ourselves. But you know what? If you deal with buyer that live in a very efficient environment, that they don't take excuses, you will have issue with him. The buyer might be saying, and this is the cultural difference I talked about earlier. Because the buyer is wondering, you have said you will ship at this time. Didn't you know that this could happen, this could happen, this could happen? Didn't you factor all these unforeseen circumstances in your plan? Because you expect that if you say you are going to ship in 3 months, it should be possible for you to ship in 2 months. It should be because you want to give more extra time so that you will under-promise and over-deliver instead of over-promise and under-deliver. So it's assuming that if you say you are delivering in 3 months, you should be able to deliver in 2 months, but you said 3 months because you are trying to ensure that in case anything happens. So when you now come and give excuses, wondering that, is it that the 3 months is the time you use to produce? You mean you didn't factor all these things in? Are you new in this business that you don't even know that could be challenging, that could delay you? That's why sometimes they won't accept the excuses. And they will see your excuses as, it's just you has been unserious. It's just you has been unserious. What am I saying in essence? Excuses might be acceptable in your environment because of the mediocrity of your environment. Excuses will not be acceptable in other environment because of the efficiency of the environment. Please, always bear in mind the efficiency of the environment. Always bear in mind the efficiency of the environment. Always bear in mind the efficiency of the environment. Always bear in mind. Try to investigate that country and know the way they operate. Understand how efficient the economy are and the environment is, so that you won't be giving stupid excuses and make your country look very unserious. You know what excuse is? Excuse has been described as a building blocks for the house of failure. Excuse has been described as the building block for the house of failure. Excuses has been described as the building block for the house of failure. Do you know what that means? When you give excuse, you are actually creating building blocks to fail. You are already building a house that will make you fail. You are going to enter into that house of failure. What this is basically saying is that live your life in such a way as to avoid a reason to give excuses. I will repeat that again. Live your life in such a way as to avoid a reason to give excuses. You are dealing with multinationals. You are dealing with businesses that are very efficient, businesses that don't take no for an answer, businesses that are used to ensuring that they do what they say they will do. When you get contract with such a company or such an organization, you know that you have gotten a contract. It's going to be a big one for you. Very big one for you. Very big one for you, because that contract might be a life-changing one. That contract can change the fortune of your business. You might need to bend backward and over to be able to get those your people. You need to bend backward and over to be able to get these people to be pleased with you, so that they won't have reason to be looking for competitors to give the job to, because of the impact they could have on your business. If you are just joining us, we have been discussing full corporate offer, and I've been dwelling on the duration of shipment. I've been explaining why duration of shipment is so important and so critical, and the fact that the time you have given for duration for shipment of the goods, you should try as much as possible to ensure it does not change. And that if for any reason it has to change, you will have been creating a very wrong impression about yourself to the buyer. The buyer, in fact, I had some time ago, we're trying to get a buyer in the UK to buy product from Nigeria, and we had a conversation around what they want to buy. And after all the conversation we had, the guy expressed a concern. He expressed a concern, and he said, you know, I believe that you guys will be able to deliver, but you know my greatest concern. My greatest concern is that even though you guys might be able to deliver, but how consistent with this delivery, number one. Number two, how timely will this shipment happen? How consistent will the delivery be? And how timely will the shipment happen? How consistent, how timely. How consistent, how timely. How consistent, how timely. Timely in that I will ship as at the time I want to ship, and then I won't say I'm not able to ship this time around, I'm going to ship next month. That is more worried about the consistency than the initial shipment. It doesn't have any issue that we'll be able to do the initial shipment. So I have to now speak with the people we are trying to give the contract to, because as a company, when we get buyers, we contact people, Nigerians, who have claimed in the past that they will be able to do that kind of job, and we give it to them. And this person make effort. Eventually, he was not able to even do the shipment anyway. He was not able to sign the contract to do the shipment. But he made some effort. But where I'm going is that the buyer was more interested in subsequent shipment than the first shipment. He knows that for the first shipment, you probably even have it in your warehouse, or you have some money to be able to do that shipment. So he doesn't have issue with the first shipment. He has issue with the subsequent shipment. So the question to you is this: how are we sure that you will be able to do the subsequent shipment? Duration of shipment is very important. Duration for shipment is very key. One thing you must work on is how do you ensure that you are able to ship within the shortest possible time? How do you ensure that you are able to ship within the shortest possible time? Those are the more critical questions that you need to be asking. If you can ship in 3 months, can you check your operation and consider the possibility of shipping in 1 month? Rather than shipping in 3 months. The shorter the time for shipment, number one, the more you can do in the year, the more money you can make. The shorter the time for shipment, number two, the more the buyer can produce or can sell, the more profit they can make. Time is extremely important and extremely critical in every business. The time factor may be the determinant of your profitability. The time factor is so important and so critical, and that needs to put into consideration. So if there is one area of improvement that can make you competitive, and make the buyer stay glued to you, even when they are unable to deliver, even when they are unable to get another price better than, even when they've got a price better than yours, sometimes they may trade delivery, on-time delivery, for price. I'm saying all in all, being able to deliver on your promises to your buyer, being able to deliver on time in time, is a virtue you must covet. It's a virtue you must learn to work with. It's a virtue that is so important. A quality that can make, in fact, if you are doing finished products and you are supplying supermarket, this, what I've just described now, is a major headache. You know, supermarket does not have time. Immediately, this thing is no more on their what's the name? On their shelf. They are looking for the next place, the next way to get it. They have what is called a reorder level. There is a level that what they have we get to. That's the quantity available that they will begin to look for. They will begin to look for people or place order for delivery. So look at this. A Tesco, a Tilbury, an Argos, a Walmart, any of these big supermarkets, if they are going to deal with you, they know that if they buy a container load of this item, it will take them 6 months on the average. They are placing order from you in month 4 for the next one, because they need to get it in before month 6, which is the usual cycle. What they don't want to experience is that this product is lacking on their shelf. What they don't want to see is that this product cannot be found on their shelf. So when they are placing that order, they expect that delivery, shipment, plus transit time, plus clearing upon arrival, plus delivery to their warehouse should not be more than 2 months from the 4th month they are placing the order. Because by month 6, this thing will end based on their projection. That means the person that can deliver and ship in less than 1 month period will be the most attractive. I'm basically saying that if you are going to be able to get that business, that supply, try as much as possible to see how you can work on being able to deliver within the shortest possible time. Try to see as much as possible how you can work to be able to deliver within the shortest possible time. And individuals, organizations, companies that are able to deliver within the shortest possible time are the ones that will most likely get the job. Individual, company, organization that are able to deliver within the shortest possible time are the ones that are most likely going to be able to get a job. I'm rounding off now. Thank you very much for listening again this morning. I will continue in the evening discussing unit price and Incoterms. Unit price and Incoterms. Remember, my name is Dele Ayimibo, and this is Import-Export Platform Facebook Live from 3T Impact Trade Academy. I would also like to remind you of some of the benefits of following us, and we appreciate if you can follow our YouTube channel, 3T Impacts. This video is going to live on your YouTube channel, and it will be easier for you to search for it. Please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel. This is very important because through our YouTube channel, by clicking the notification button, you will know when we post a new video. You'll be able to have access to our weekly program, Import-Export Platform. You'll be able to have access to all other information as far as international trade is concerned. Don't just comment. Also remember to like the video and share with your friends. Thank you very much for listening. See you in the evening by 6 p.m. as we continue the conversation on starting and managing export business. Bye for now.